Good afternoon. Can you all hear me okay in the back as well? Yes, good, thank you. A very long story which I cut into the time, 25 minutes. There are a lot of insights on retail and e-commerce. First of all, why am I excited to be in Dubai? Because it is a tremendous growth in tourism, retail, digital media. Twitter is opening its MENA office here. You don't have to go to San Francisco anymore to make an internet startup, because if you're a police officer here, you can also drive a Lamborghini, which is nice. And this morning in the hotel, the reception said, "Enjoy bowling, sir." I think it's because of the shoes. So it is a fast-growing area, and today I will cover the future of retail and e-commerce in a small part. Very important, how to survive is a large part of my story. How to survive this new world, but also how to grow in this new world. You've seen this, I speak a lot and I write a lot. And of course I had to make my schedule for today in a funnel, because, well, in both retail and e-commerce, it is all about pulling your customers through the funnel towards trial, purchase, loyalty, and advocacy. So I will touch these topics shortly. Something about the impact of technology and trends. Something about what keeps chief marketing officers awake in retail and e-commerce. How to reinvent and refresh retail brands. Something about data-driven and omni-channel. The enormous growth of digital commerce, and I will summarize it shortly to go to the conclusion. If you're okay with that program, I will start with the welcome to the digital world. A lot of people say, never use the word disruption again, don't use that word again, so I switched it to disruptive now. But there are a lot of players that are shaking up our industry. And I can tell you today, every industry is being shaken up. So that will give us all a communal feeling that is not only us, it is also retail and e-commerce. And I think you've seen them, I saw them on the Twitter wall. What is happening in this world? Alibaba, if you go from Dubai to the right, you will see Alibaba, a massive Chinese player, which I will get back to in the e-commerce part. Most valuable retailer, no inventory at all. Facebook, okay, we now tweet this in the wall, that Facebook is the world's most popular media owner, which creates no content. Will they still be a media owner, or are they already moving onwards to other things? I will blend my facts with my opinion during this keynote, and I will tell you what are the facts and what is my opinion. So, these are facts. Uber, you've seen that. They own nothing. They own nothing. They are a curator, they are a technology facilitator, no cars, no nothing. And the same for Airbnb. The richest and the best companies in the world own nothing. So that is an interesting thought. But what does this mean for retail and for other industries? That you have to be aware of what the trends are. If you don't coin the trends in time, you can be dead man walking in a few years' time. And I like to be bold and clear about it, that nobody says after the story, the guy said that technology and trends were quite important. No, the guy said, if you don't act now, you will be dead man walking in a few years' time. It is changing 10 times faster than we ever can imagine. You're excused, you can play with your iPhone now if this is your only target audience. If it's a real old target audience, they will be shopping in retail and you don't have to worry about trends and technology at all. But if you're my generation, Generation X, people from 33 to 47 years old, we have also adapted mobile phones, digital commerce, and we are a whole new generation. I, for example, am 44. I had my first internet PC when I was 24 years old. A complete loser if you compare me to the younger generations. 24 years old and I had my first internet PC. So basically I'm a dinosaur in the digital world. We already talked about it. The younger generation, Generation Y or the millennials, younger, we see the selfies, we make fun of it. What should you do with a selfie? I will get back to that later. And now Generation Z, the young kids. We've just seen how you can user-generated hardware. But this is, who of you I need to know, and I count everything. Little brothers, sisters, if you have children, younger nieces, nephews, who has children, younger nieces, small kids in the environment. Almost everybody? Okay, I want to poll. Can you please play Video Internet Baby?
Push, push.
Who recognize this? The swipe generation. Why is this relevant for retail and e-commerce? This generation knows everything about technology. 10, 20, 50, 100 times more than everybody that takes a decision in any corporate company in the world. And I can tell you, and I will show you later with facts, in 2 swipes, they will swipe you out and you're no longer part of their life. Is that how I'm stressing enough that even the younger generation, you need to be on mobile, you need to embrace technology, and if you wait for it, this whole generation will swipe you out. Talking about the madmen, the guys that ruled advertising for 60 years, the corporate people, the people that have been creating advertising. I can tell you, the average traditional advertising or media agency in the digital world, dead man walking. Forget about it. If you don't know technology, if you don't have it in your DNA, you're out of the game. Or no, not, you can create a print ad and a TV commercial. It is changing that fast. Now the other guys, the math men. Do you see the smile? Do you see the guy smiling here? The ferocious smile? It's like an ad for Shark Week. They will get you, and they will. These are the new media companies. These are the tech companies of the world. And the fun part is they have been disrupting the whole media industry. They are media owners masqueraded as technology companies. They make no money at all in media or in technology. They make every single dollar in advertising. And will it stop here? Oh, no, it won't. They will disrupt even further. I will get back to that. How have we as brands been playing with social media like we know traditional advertising? We all tend to, mine is bigger than yours, and what do? What is our social media strategy? We buy likes, we buy followers, and we buy friends. Come on, people, let's get serious. Is this the best thing that we can do in social media? Click me, like me. Let's buy friends. Come on. Do we do that in the real world? No. Is that a social media strategy? No, it is not. And before we even know what to do in social media, the younger audience, the millennials and Generation Z are already moved from social media. I call it the dark social. It is beyond social media. Look at the figures. WhatsApp part of Facebook, 700 million users worldwide. Right, China, WeChat, 500 million users. Growing and growing and growing and growing. We have done tests for retailers that had 5 people working in their store, and they all send out a WhatsApp with a discount for a jean store to their social network on WhatsApp. They sold more jeans than an expensive Facebook campaign. If you want to reach Generation Y and Z, you got to be in the mobile networks. Now, we all know that the wearable technology, where will it go? And we've seen the Apple Watch and the Samsung Watch and every other watch, but everybody is still looking for the killer app. KLM, Royal Dutch Airlines, that took me to Dubai, has just opened up its app for the Android phone and will open it for the Apple phone, where you get all kind of store boarding information, etc. Will this be a big trend? We have to see, because wearable technology is still looking for content. Like the iPhone, if you don't have great apps, it will not fly. If you do have great apps, the uptake will be massive. So a challenge in this market is, who will be developing the best wearable tech, and which retail and e-tail companies will come up with the smartest app that will please consumers. Do you also remember the assumptions we made? Virtual reality? Yeah, that's only for gamers. Oh, is it? Virtual reality is now one of the biggest trends in retail, where retail can extend their showroom, bring up whole different experiences, and pull people through the funnel so that you can experience even your own private home in the retail store. So suddenly virtual reality is a die-hard e-commerce application. It's no more gaming, it's no more fun. We already saw it, the Internet of Things. The Internet of Things, I might call it the Internet of Everything. By 2020, we will have connected over 50 billion devices. And what does it mean? For example, in retail, you will see a whole change in experience stores where lifestyle tools and content are curated by the retailer and by the people, and where you can go in the store and experience how the Internet of Things works. So you see a big change in retail where it becomes more and more an experience. Well, if you're a CMO in retail, what keeps you awake at night? So many things that those people, if you see somebody that looks bad, he didn't sleep, it might be a chief marketing officer in retail. He needs to think about e-commerce, about social commerce. He needs to think about technology, integrating data, store traffic that goes down. There is a lot on these people's plates. Very difficult. Some examples. The whole Netflix generation is pushing out retail like Blockbuster. And Spotify is also pushing out a lot of other retail stores. The figures that we've been given is that 25% of the retail stores or more might be closing down. Maybe not in Dubai, maybe not in London and New York City, but what do you think about the smaller cities? People are buying more and more online, and the retail stores are disappearing from the street. 25% or higher, imagine. So a lot of stores from the retail, they move to platforms like Etsy or eBay or Amazon or Alibaba. Low cost, you have a global audience, and that means that people are changing. Other platforms. Is this mobile technology, is it having impact on us? Well, look here. If you're in banking and retail, and you're not present on a mobile phone, and you cannot online bank, in Mexico, 50% will say, bye-bye, I will find another bank. And in Brazil, it's 42%. And in Singapore, it's 28%. So if you're complaining about the new world and how to keep new clients, you gotta go to the platforms that the people are using, or they will swipe you out. I am stressing the sense of urgency because technology can do it all. It's the people that have the DNA that say, everybody wants to innovate, but nobody wants to change. I try to stress why it's important. The mighty McDonald's and the superior Starbucks, they are even suffering. Starbucks is seeing a declining number of people in the shopping streets. That means that people are buying online. They don't shop as often as they used to do. Starbucks is selling less coffee. Starbucks has taken its own business and marketing strategy to a whole other level. They even carved out the word coffee out of their logo. You can see it here. It's no more a coffee brand. Starbucks was a coffee brand at heart. Now Starbucks is Starbucks. And they are serving lunch and dinner. You can reserve a table, sit there and order a bottle of wine and have lunch and dinner. Why? Less people in the street, less coffee. They need to grow their ARPU. They need to sell more. And why is mobile so important to Starbucks? 15% already now pays with a mobile phone at Starbucks. 60% out of the people do that because of loyalty and benefits. So why can a mobile phone help in driving e-commerce and sales? Also by keeping your clients in and connect them into your loyalty program. Another idea, Starbucks, open innovation. We have been learning that social media is about, look at me, I'm the best, I'm so cool, and become my friend. You know what Starbucks is doing? Look it up. My Starbucks ID. Open innovation and R&D platform. They have been generating 277 user-generated IDs in 5 years' time. People are connecting to Starbucks. They say, where's the low-fat milk? Hello, it's 2014. We want low-fat milk. And Starbucks says, thank you for the ID, guys. It will take 3 months because we have 2,200 stores, but we will introduce low-fat milk. And if you're thinking about always listen first, instead of buying friends and followers on Twitter and Facebook, I would like you to see how Gatorade it is doing. Gatorade is a soft drink, yeah, the sports drink. Gatorade Mission Control. This is what every brand and retailer in the world will have sooner or later. Can you please show us Gatorade Mission Control? Okay, be honest, it's a closed room, nobody can see. Who all of you has the same mission control room within the company? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I missed one, it's dark, sorry. 7, 8. The important thing is, this is already 5 years ago that Gatorade launched this. Trust me, every brand in the world will need to speed up to get towards a data control mission room. They will be doing data-driven, digital integrated marketing based on real-time insights. This is what every brand, retailer, and e-commerce player in the world needs to have. Insights, real-time, be able to have a conversation. And Starbucks was nice with my ID. Gatorade has already brought it to the next level. Some examples of how retail can refresh itself based on the trends that we have seen today. On demand is a trend. People want to control themselves. If you're a car dealer and you want to sell a car, you cannot have them all. It's all on demand And people with an app will try to configure the car at the spot and turn it into blue, different configurations. This is the new retail experience, and customers can be very demanding because once they have used it, they expect you to deliver. Other things that we see, the integration between off and online retail. The difficulty is the whole infrastructure of retail is not built on data like Amazon and Alibaba. They mostly don't even know themselves what's in stock. Remember, if you're in the store, one moment, I will look for you, and then, no, we're sold out, but I have a brown or a blue one. Why don't you show that in the store? Why don't you show that online? If I'm shopping for a pair of new bowling shoes, I want to see if they're blue, black, in my size, and what's the closest store when I can pick it up? Is it a 10-minute taxi drive to Dubai Marina, or is it available in Kuwait, and do I want to get it by DHL delivered? This is the expectation of clients. This is what retail needs to deliver. Integrate offline and online. Digital payments will even help retailers further to get to know you. Your experience, your behavior, your interest, almost like Amazon, so that they can do personalized recommendations for you. But then I need to know who you are and what you're doing. So that's very important. And mobile payments will help. That's why every company in the world wants to be a mobile payment. Visa, Amex, PayPal, Apple, Samsung, everybody wants to own the digital wallet. Think about why it is the most powerful data available. Another thing that web retailers are happy with is that people are watching in the store, seeing a nice product, and you all do it, I guess, and the retailers are not happy with you. You see a pair of shoes or you see something else, a product, you type in your mobile phone, you do a price comparison, and you see it online available at a lower price, and you say, thank you, I will think about it, and then you will buy it online. Not really nice if you have a retail store. Okay, my generation, the old guys, we also web room. We look it up online, and then we buy it in the store. What can retailers do? If you know the ratings and the reviews of companies like TripAdvisor and Yelp about the restaurants, yep, for retail it will be Pinterest, a platform for the ladies, but here is where you can see how retail stores in the US have already integrated the most popular shoes on Pinterest. They are in the store window. Most popular on Pinterest, buy them now. So they are using user-generated content and products to pull people into the store and sell more stuff. Very smart. Well, the most important is, what can retailers do? If you integrate data, you can do everything. If I know your profile, every retail store can be as personalized, relevant, smart and clever like Amazon or Alibaba. Even if you are in a fitting room, the iPad on the wall might say, hello Lisa, you're fitting this dress, looks good on you, but we also have it in blue or red available in your size. The normal recommendations that Amazon already does for 15 years. It is what retail is going to have to integrate too. Long story short, beacons, little pieces of technology that will recognize consumers, they will personalize recommendations, they will help the retailer to do personalized offers when you enter the store, they will connect between offline and online, and this is the step towards real-time, data-driven marketing. But the most important and most difficult thing for retail is to build a data-driven marketing intelligence platform across offline and online, like Amazon does. So if you want to invest, you have to invest in a marketing technology platform. Some ideas, Amazon, I don't have to talk about it too long because of the time. One of the fastest growing company, and what are they selling? Everything. And all data-driven, CRM, very smart, and it's about getting you the best experience. If they buy robots and drones, we make fun of it, but it's all to make sure that they can do the same day or even 1 hour delivery. If you buy an expensive watch, why can it not be delivered to your home in 1 hour? if a pizza can be delivered to your home in 45 minutes, an expensive luxury product should be there in half an hour. Do you remember the selfie in the first slide? First a joke. Alibaba just introduced pay with a selfie. With facial recognition, they say every face is unique, like your fingerprint, you can now pay with a selfie. And is Alibaba fun, or is it the most advanced player in the world? Alibaba, guys, on 11/11/2014, Singles Day in China, sort of Valentine's Day in China, they sold in one day $9.3 billion in one day. So never ever discuss with me or anybody else in this room, do we really want to go for e-commerce? Yeah, you really want to go for e-commerce. You really want to go for social commerce? Think about the lure of the box, subscription commerce. That you can have your food or your beauty stuff delivered to your house every month or every 2 months. Or if I'm taking vitamin pills, the platform should say to me, Mr. Beuker, hello, you're almost out of vitamin pills. I would recommend you to order 2 packages new so that you can use them in the next 60 days. We are all going to be smarter. And social commerce is the next level in social. I call it social 3.0. It is about see, like, and buy. We have been misusing social media for 10 years, not closing the loop. But if you are seeing something and you like it, it would be pretty smart, Mr. Facebook, to also say, do you want it? Buy it now. It's a great dissatisfier if I like a product, 80,000 people like the product, and next I cannot buy it. So that will be the next play in social commerce. Close the loop in social commerce. And then the combination of social and mobile will even be bigger. So for you, this is, remember, Tom Cruise in Minority Report with the black gloves in 2002 in the movie, where he is predicting crime? We will all be Tom Cruise. Based on data, we will be predictive modeling what our consumers will do. So for you, very important, make choices, go big, go niche, or go home. It is not getting away. Noah's Ark was built before the flood, so get in now. Mobile, don't doubt about it. Mobile is the next big gateway to friends, content, brands, and shopping. If you want to compete with the big players like Amazon and Alibaba, you gotta invest in technology, because otherwise you're out of the game. Darwin already wrote in his book, The Origin of Species, only the species most adaptable to change will survive. And it's still the same today. Close the loop, see, like, buy. And big data, don't hate, integrate. To close up, my vision, the revolution in marketing habits are massive. We need to close the gaps now. The marketing revolution will be bigger than the internet itself. So, if you want to be a leader, Steve Jobs, innovate. If you want to be Jeff Bezos, be patient. Oftentimes, invention requires a long-term willingness to be misunderstood. All the media have always been bashing on Jeff Bezos because they don't understand his long-term vision. And for you all, be nice to nerds. We will all end up working for one. Thank you very much.